Hi, it's Donna from Simple Online Solutions, and I have with me today Flick from Flick Will Fix It in Facebook. Now, Flick's a pretty amazing woman. I've been tracking her success in the last 2 months in Facebook, and she has just gone from leaps to bounds to leaps to jumping sky high. So what I've done today is actually ask Flick to come along and talk to us about her business and the success that she's receiving in Facebook. So I'd like to welcome you along to the call today. Flick, how are you?
I'm awesome, Donna. Thank you so much for having me along.
You are more than welcome. So, Flick, what I'd like you to do to start with is just share a little bit about yourself.
Okay, as you know, my name is Flick. I'm also known as Flick, the friendly red-headed witch from flickwillfixit.com.au. I always say basically I'm just a mum of 5 kids with a really big dream of granting wishes and helping to market some small businesses.
So tell me a little bit about the wishes that you grant.
Oh, it could be anything, Donna. I've granted wishes from giving someone teeth to a little boy. I gave him a surfboard. To a lady, I took parasailing on her 40th. A little girl, I flew all the way down to Melbourne and gave her a puppy dog. Basically, Donna, if you send in a wish and I read it through my website and I get the goosebumps, I go through my local heroes and I find a business that can grant that wish, and we go rock up on their doorstep with me dressed as a witch, and I grant it for them. It's awesome. Best part of the job.
Wow, I was going to say that's pretty amazing. You need to be getting on TV and sharing that message. Has the Current Affairs or one of those picked you up yet to share this?
I was lucky enough to be on the Today Show. That's on my website. You can check it out there. But I just trudge along. I use Facebook a lot. I'm just a small business myself. I'm struggling each week to pay the rent like everyone else there. So Facebook's been a great tool for me.
Excellent. So now that you've brought that question up, why did you decide to use Facebook as your marketing tool?
The biggest reason, Donna, and I'll be brutally honest, I didn't have any money. I tried on the Gold Coast first through radio stations, but it really bled me dry and the money just went straight out and didn't get a great return from it as quickly as I wanted to for the amount of money that I outlaid to it. So I have to say my 15-year-old daughter, Macy, said, try Facebook, Mum. And I just laughed because I thought of it as a childlike tool. But once I jumped on and she created my first fan page for me, it's just gone from there. And I've got fans from right around the world, but yet I've also got fans local that help support my page as well. So it's awesome.
So in terms of your page, you grant the wish, but have you developed that further in terms of how do you generate revenue from it?
Okay, well, basically, I'm a business directory. My background is marketing and sales and advertising. I've worked for Yellow Pages. I've worked for Nationwide Business Directory and also for Telstra. So I love a sale. I love telemarketing. I love internet marketing and advertising and getting businesses' names out there. So there's so many different business directories out there. I needed a quirky something to get you to my page so you'd use my business directory. Hence, Flick Will Fix It became a granting scenario where I can either grant your wish, promote your business, or find what you need. Whatever you need, if you need a good laugh, you'll find it, Flick Will Fix It.
Well, there's definitely lots of great information over there. I'm always scrolling up and down your page, getting the laugh and the joke of the day. So, Flick, you are now over 10,000. How many fans have you got on your page at this current point?
I've got 10,850 odd fans that have been nice enough to click that like button. It amazes and overwhelms me every day that I've got that many.
And so how long ago did you set your page up then?
This is my second page, so I started this one, flickwillfixit.com.au. I started that on the 1st of September last year. So it's taken me just over a year to get to nearly 11,000 fans.
Wow, that's amazing. So I'm going to now pick your brains and ask you to share with us what techniques that you have used, because you're very proactive out there in Facebook, and if you can go through some things that you think, say for instance, one of my favorite scenarios here is imagine that we're a small business and we'll go to the local fish and chip shop. So relate back to the things that you're doing and how it would work for them. Just some of the things that you've been doing to increase your fans.
Well, I really feel one thing that people need to be aware of is they need to be interactive on their page. It's not so much just blast about yourself and say, look how awesome you are, because we all know we all are awesome on our own page and we feel that way about us and we want to tell all our fans that. But you need to get them talking about current things that are happening in their life. Become a friend to them, not just a business page, because the more that they talk on your page, the more their friends will see your page mentioned in their news feeds, which will bring more friends of their friends to your page. And that's what you're looking for, is friends on your Facebook page, not just a business tool as well. You've got to talk to them.
So do you ask them certain questions to get them to start to engage, to sort of feel that they're friends on your page, so to speak?
We have many different ways to get them to talk. We have the story of the day, where I'll post a picture with a start like a Chinese whisper, and I go, I was stranded on a desert island and a big black, and I leave it like that, and the next person has to finish the sentence and leave it open-ended. So that gets them talking, and or not just that, it gets them coming back looking, when's that story of the day going to be on? We have discussions of the day, we have information tips, we have promote yourself days. So you really need people to keep on interacting on your page to make it work for you.
Absolutely. And you participate in other things on other pages as well, don't you?
I'm all over the place on Facebook. They probably get sick of me and ban me, which I have been banned for liking and commenting too many times. Yes, that does happen out there in Facebook land when you're naughty.
So when you got banned, Flick, how many times did you comment and like that day?
A lot. Look, I OD'd that day. I was out there and I was determined to get to a certain figure, and I liked too many things. And it was what you got to think about Facebook as your letterbox. And when you're out there liking pages and posting, hi, I'm from Flick will Fix It and I'm strolling past with Joe Blogney's shout out pages, you know, you're like junk mail. And some people, like my husband, love junk mail and will just go through all the junk mail and go, I need this, I need that, and I need this. Other people, like myself, will just throw that junk mail in the bin and not look at it. And then you've got other people who will just pull their hair out with all their junk mail because they just can't stand it, and they'll complain to you. So you've got to find a real fine line of a medium, because not everyone's going to like what you do on Facebook. It is like the real world. It's like a big schoolyard out there. You will peeve off some people and other people will just love you.
I think that's interesting. I've never heard of the analogy of the junk mail. I'm going to have to do a junk mail picture just for you.
Well, it really is when you think about that news feed. Like my daughter loves all those pages about, you know, your girlfriend is this and your boyfriend is that, and like that's just pure junk mail to me. It was like, Macy, stop liking that stuff. But yet to her, it's really high quality, valuable information to her. So when you look at it like that, what to some is junk mail, to other is really important.
And I think that really aligns itself with the age of the people on your page. Like, for instance, if I go into my insights, they're 35, strategically they're women, 35 to 55, and a lot of them live locally here. So, you know, my 1100 whatever likers, I've targeted my local market, which is fantastic. And so I think you're right in terms of the things that you're saying, will it attract them or not? Because I spoke to a chap the other day and he said, oh, it's just for the young ones. But I said, think about it. Is your page going to be attracted to young people? And he went, no. And I said, well, chances are they won't comment on your page. So, you know, you wouldn't have to worry, but you'll be targeting that business market. So, you know.
That's right. My demographics are pretty much the same, from 30 to 50, and it's like people are saying it's for the kids. Well, my demographics are showing they're not the ones that are on Facebook.
I think they're on Facebook in terms of their personal profiles, chatting away to each other like that. But they're not got any interest in going to business pages other than branding business pages, because that's their target market, you know, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, whatever. But they're not likely to hang out on our pages. But there's enough people out there to be hanging out on our pages and using our services. Wouldn't you agree?
And that's the thing. There's millions of them out there, and that's what you've got to try and remember, is you've got to try and brand your business internationally. Facebook, the internet, has made the whole world come into your lounge room or wherever, the bus stop, wherever you may be. So you really need to bring your business into an international market and not worry about if they're from Germany or from just down the road at Broadbeach from me, because you can do business right around the world these days. It's that easy.
Well, I brought up the analogy one other time about the fish and chip shop, and I said, okay, if they're not really going to be wanting to target international clients, however, think about it this way. What if they make the very best tartare sauce? And that tartare sauce was so good that people around Australia wanted to buy it. If they had set up a Facebook page and they're talking about their fish and chip shop and they're giving up fish recipes and they're doing this and doing that. And their customers keep coming back saying that's the best tartare sauce I've ever had or seafood sauce. Before you know it, that could turn into a product that they could ship out to people.
And then some people come back with the glass half empty saying, I don't want to be that big. I don't want to market the tartare sauce. But what they've also got to remember is that if Joe Blogney from America, we've all got fans from right around the world. We've all got friends now from right around the world that 10 years ago, one of my best friends is from America and I've never met her, but we've got a really close bond through Facebook that I now classify her as one of my best friends. And if she sees me commenting about this wonderful tartare sauce at the Joe Blogney's fish shop, she's got other friends that are from Australia that will see that she's commented on this tartare sauce. That's how they'll get their business. I know American friends aren't going to buy their tartare sauce, but their Aussie friends will.
Yeah, that's a really interesting one, because the other day a lady said to me, I delete people off my page that aren't in Australia. And I said, why would you do that? She said, well, they're never going to use my business. But I said, do you think that they might not have friends in Australia or friends where you live or, whatever? You just don't know where that person, friendship leads to. And so you're deleting a potential customer or customers.
And that's why if you keep on interacting with your fan page and keep on getting them to comment, that your post will get out to a further. It's like a spider web. It just keeps going further and further. The more people you have comment on your page, the more people are going to see that wonderful tartare sauce. And eventually someone in Australia will see it and that they will come and buy it because they've seen it on someone's Facebook page.
Absolutely. So other than that method, what's some other things that you do in terms of increasing likers on your page?
Well, I do the lovely silent tagging. I do a lot of it to promote a local hero. I have a competition every now and then when I get them to do certain things for me, and then I'll go silent tag them for a day, and I've increased their businesses anywhere from 2 to 500. What you've got to remember with those silent taggings, don't get me wrong, they're awesome. They will increase your page. They're hard work. You've got to do as you're told because they do monitor you. You do get banned from Facebook if you do it too much. But they are only numbers, hence back to interaction on your Facebook page, because now that you've got those numbers and you are appearing in their feeds, you need to get them interacting to be able to stay, because a lot of people unlike you, and 2, become a customer.
That's a great comment there. So Flick, I think that they called like ladders or something like that. How many times a week?
Silent tagging like ladders. I have a karma train, which I'd rather give you one person than 100 likes, one person who actually wants to like your page because of what you've told them on my page. And you get a chance for free advertising there. I do it every now and then. So you got to keep watching my page when it turns up, and you just promote your own business. Say what you do. I want to know what you do. All my fans want to know what you do. Don't just put your name. Tell us all about yourself.
I think that's a really interesting thing too, because I say to people, come over and share about your business in 25 words or less, and most people can't do it. It's a good marketing lesson to figure out how you can keep the information about your page down to, those 25 words, because when you go somewhere and you go to share, that's all you need to say.
That's it. And a lot of times too, I go across I want to get my name out there. But I myself don't like people who come to my page and go, hi, I always use Joe Blogney. I'm from Joe Blogney's Plumbing. I've got the cheapest plumbing rates in town. I'm just awesome. Come and like my page, and then flies away. Well, so what, Joe Blogney? What about my page? What about how awesome I am? You said nothing. You don't even know what I do. So when I go across on their page, I do take the time to have a look. I don't just like it and promote myself. I have a look and find something that I'd like about their page. I comment about their page. It's there. I wouldn't walk into a shop, into Maya, and go, hi, I'm Flick Will Fix It. Come over here and buy some stuff from me. Would you? You wouldn't do that. You'd go in there and say, I like that jewellery from Maya, and buy it and walk out.
Actually, I think that's interesting because, I'm in the business of website design and social media, building fan pages for people. And I have so many people come over to my page and they stand and go, hey, it's so-and-so from XYZ social media. You should come out and check out our new services. And you go, hey, guys, that's just not the appropriate thing to do.
Like I say, you dork.
But I think it happens quite often because particularly if you go back and you look at some of these pages, they're only fairly new to Facebook and they haven't really got the etiquette thing.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to it, and each business works differently. And some people can go all over the place and do it, and you can get away with it because it's that type of business. But, you know, I can only tolerate so many Joe Blogney hair clips telling me how awesome they are and not acknowledging my page at all.
Do they give you a free hair clip in the journey?
I wish, but then again, I'd be sticking them on I've got 4 boys and 1 tomboy girl, so I'd be sticking them on them. I don't mind if they tell me about themselves. I'm all for self-promotion. You've got to be able to promote yourself for you to get out there. However, be appreciative that you're on my page, and could you say something nice about me?
Yeah, I agree. So, Flick, just very quickly, what would you say is the best technique you've used and why?
I would say focus on your business, appreciate your fans. They're the ones that get your names out. A lot of competitions work, but really work your own page for your business. You need to be tolerant of everybody else as well.
Excellent. Well, Flick, we're sort of getting close to the end of some time here. So I'm going to ask you to give a plug for your business and definitely for your local hero businesses there, and just let people know how they can find you.
Terrific. Thanks. Well, you can find me on the website at www.flickwillfixit.com.au. If you're a Facebook junkie, a bit like myself, just look for flickwillfixit.com.au. We have psychic readings on Friday at 8:30 on the website, so just go to all the W's, flickwillfixit.com.au, and click on the live chat. You can have free readings there every Friday night. We've also got the local heroes directory on the website for all the wonderful businesses that help support Grant My Wishes, and they even sell their products on the shop there now as well, and the money goes straight to the local heroes. So get behind them all. They support me. They grant your wishes, and thanks for having me on.
Hey, Flick, you're more than welcome. I've enjoyed talking to you, and we've got some exciting things happening on your Facebook page this week too, because I'm giving away a copy of my latest product. So let's hope we can help some people with that as well.
That's correct. And we're also lucky enough to have you coming on soon to be a host on our TV show to teach all us dorky business people the finer things that we forget.
The techno, Donna the techno Facebook person.
That's it. Talking to the dorky witch who has no ideas, so I've got heaps of questions to be able to ask you.
Oh, great. Well, I have to come up with this really cool name because you're Flick the Witch. I have to be Donna the something.
That's it. Well, I can be Flick the Dorky Witch because that's what I am when it comes to techno. So you come up with a name as well, and we'll have an hour show once a week where all the businesses on the local heroes can come and check it out and get some wonderful advice from you.
That would be awesome. Well, Flick, thanks very much for coming along today. This is Donna from Simple Online Solutions, and I look forward to seeing you soon in Facebook.